What's up, everyone? We're back with part 2 of the Building Carnotaurus, what do you call it? Series, part. So anyway, part 2. You can see I got a little bit of work done today. If I move this over a little bit, you can see I extended the body out. I did put it to a poll on the Instagram, whether to make it longer, like this way, or to just leave it as it is, and the general consensus was, look, it needs to be a bit longer. I thought so too, so that's what I went ahead and did today. So now I think the overall length of it and the size of the head, it really fits together now, so I'm quite pleased with that. And then you can see I finished off the back and spined it up. And then I thought, let's go have a look at the legs. Now that's the hard part. It's quite a struggle getting those angles and getting it to actually support itself. And I think I've worked it out. I originally was going to, let me just adjust this. I was going to have the whole build tilted down, so the head would be down here. Let's move that over. The head would be down here feeding on this bit of carcass left over, and that way the tail would be in the air, the head would be down here. It's not the greatest stance, but it would be self-supporting, and it would make sense because it's feeding. But I was just looking at it, it didn't do the build justice for what I'm trying to do here. So I had a little bit of a play around, and what I've sort of come up with is it will probably stay at about this angle. You may even tilt up this way slightly, so head up a little bit, just depending how the build goes. But what I've done is, if I move this around carefully, don't worry about the excess black here underneath the feet. That's all going to be covered over when I base it up and detail it all. So let me just spin this around so you can get a better look. Oh, there's his big head there. So what I've done, my idea is to just have maybe one or two of these, I don't know what they're called, trans pole sticks, I don't know. But have them, I'm going to make maybe a perimeter fence coming back this way, so I'll turn it back around. But you can see what I plan to do there. I'll just turn you back around, buddy. Okay. So maybe my plan was to have a perimeter fence along the back here, just a segment, just a portion. I mean, the mock might come out about this far each way, another 16 studs either side of this base plate. So, yeah, anyway, I'll have that portion of perimeter fence built, that'll be like a grey, and then I can attach those clear stick pieces behind into the fence and then into the actual body of the Carnotaurus near the neck, and that'll hold it up, and it won't be so obvious, because having something like, if I had, like, say, just these clear cylinder pieces just underneath the body supporting it, it would just look stupid, it'll look terrible, and it would take away from the build and what I'm trying to get, what the look I'm trying to get. So I think I might run with that perimeter fence. If anyone has any better ideas, let me know. I'm happy to hear them, It's always good to hear people's suggestions. People always think of something that you might not, but and the thing is, I originally had these legs pinned in, double pinned at this, and they were going to be the same angle, but then I couldn't get the leg separation that I wanted. So having one sort of back and having one forward in that stance, see how they're at different angles. So they're only pinned in once on each side. That way I can move them each way like that. Sorry for all the arms and the breathing, but I'm lost for words now. So yes, back to the perimeter fence. I think that's going to be the best idea. And you'll only have one or two of those little clear sticks at the back, and honestly, I don't think they'll be too noticeable being in between that fence and the body. So I'm actually thinking that might be the way to go. I didn't plan on building a perimeter fence, but this is just what happens, Sometimes you got to, sometimes you have to, what's the word? You've got to adapt your builds and whatnot. So anyway, I'll take you a look at the feet. Originally, if you'd watched my last video, you saw the foot design I was going to use, but it ended up being sort of too small and a bit petite for such a big creature and a big build. So what I've done, I'll take you in for a closer look. If you can see there, I've used those, they're like a stud with a little little tubey bit on top. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. You can the clear pieces there. I'm going to switch them out to black. I just don't actually have any in black at the moment. So, but that'll be the foot design, and it'll get covered up by, you know, some leaves and some foliage. And we'll zoom back out again. So that's the new foot design. Let me know what you guys think, if it's better or worse. I quite like it. I think it's as good as a shape that I'm going to get, I think. And the sizing is right, which is very important. I don't want feet that are too big or too small, and they're just going to look really stupid. So, anyway, I think I'm still going to throw this carcass build in. This is just a quick mock-up. It's quite rubbish, you know. There's nothing going on at the moment, but my idea is to sort of have some of these red tail pieces, and then just get a few of those flexible red capes and wrap them around and drape them over, just as like sort of flesh hanging off, and maybe put a cape like hanging off the tooth here as also like a bit of flesh hanging off. So I think I have a few more capes floating around. I might have to buy a few. I'm sure they're not too expensive, but that's the idea. And then I'll have a few, you know, just sort of just like a carcass skeleton, mostly eaten, you know, and then he'll just sort of be picking off the little remainders. So I think that, you know, I could always just put that there later in the mock, and he's just about to eat it there, and perimeter fence, have some nice plants and a couple little rocks, and it'll be like a scene. So, guys, let me know what you think. That's pretty much what I got done today. I'm more than likely not going to be able to build any more till next weekend, and I'll do another video then. Let me know what you guys think. If you have any suggestions of if I could do anything better, like I said, I'm happy to hear you out, and if it's going to improve my build, because I would like to get this ready by about October, November for one of my Sidlug shows. So anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in. That's update number 2. Hang around next weekend. Update number 3 will be coming, and I'll get there eventually. Thanks for sticking around, guys. See ya.